How's it going, everyone? Thank you all so much for watching Weather with Sim again. I hope you guys have all had a great weekend, and I hope you guys are all having a great start to your work week. And today is March 3rd, 2025, and in today's forecast, we are going to be talking about the worst storm of 25 that's going to be coming to the United States as we get into the next couple of days. And these are going to bring a lot of impacts. It's not only could this storm bring the most severe weather we've seen this year, as we even could see severe weather today and even tomorrow, and that may even continue as we even get into Thursday of this week. But we could also be seeing the potential for blizzard conditions, especially on the northern side of the system across parts of the upper Midwest, even the northern plains, and even into the Great Lakes region. And this is mainly due to the potential of around a foot of snowfall, but wind gusts could even be as high as 50 miles per hour, which won't just impact the upper Midwest, northern plains, and Great Lakes region, but will also impact areas from the eastern Rockies all the way over there to the East Coast. So we will need to be watching this very closely, as widespread wind gusts between 40 to 50 miles per hour are expected. So make sure to be on high alert out there, as the system will bring a lot of impacts. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, as we are here to keep you all safe and prepared before and after big storms roll on through. And another thing I recommend doing is turning on all notifications, as we will be here on this channel to keep you all safe and prepared. And this not only gives you guys a way to receive alerts, but we also really do want this channel to continue to grow. So consider doing that if you haven't done that already. Make sure to also help get the word out to everyone by liking today's video and sharing it with friends, family, or anyone who you know on social media. I definitely appreciate it. Let's first start off by going over the storm system, and as you guys can see, we will see a pretty big storm system roll on through as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday, which will be during the next couple of days, as we will have some pretty strong snowfall ongoing on the backside of that system, as you guys can see, which it will start out by bringing some severe weather across the central plains as we head throughout today and even into tomorrow morning. So this is going to be an area to really keep an eye on closely, as this is even starting to bring some heavy snowfall over there to parts there of the central Rockies. But as we take this forward, though, we will be tracking the storm system even getting stronger. As you can see, this storm system is going to continue to strengthen, which will then bring even heavier snowfall to parts of the northern Great Lakes regions and as well as the upper Midwest. And this storm will also bring the potential for even some significant severe weather across parts there of the lower Ohio Valley, back down there into the southern plains, and as well as the deep south. So we will need to be watching that closely, especially as we get into tomorrow. That snowfall and storm threat will continue to head towards the East Coast, still potentially bringing even a little bit of severe weather over there. But it looks like the other concern is going to be that potential for some like snowfall on the backside of the system as it does continue to roll on through. So this will be a pretty big storm to continue to watch very closely, even as we get into the end of this week, because even as we get into the later part of Thursday, we are still seeing some rain and snowfall on the backside of the system. So make sure to be on high alert out there if you live from the eastern Rocky Mountains all the way over there to the I-95 corridor, as this is going to be impacting everybody. Let's now go ahead and look at the risk for severe weather. Starting off with today, you guys can see that we do have a slight risk for severe weather across the Dallas-Fort Worth area all the way up there into Tulsa, Oklahoma. Main concerns for today is going to be the potential for a few isolated spin-up tornadoes, including the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We could even be seeing some isolated wind gusts as high as 70 miles per hour, and we could even be seeing the potential for some small hail as well. So this is going to be something to really keep an eye on very closely, as the storm is already starting to bring some pretty big threats for severe weather. So if you do live across the central and southern plains today, make sure to have your tornado action plan just in case, and also make sure to get ready for it by bringing your cars into your garage so that way they don't get hit by large hail and also securing your objects, as that'll more than likely be bringing a few tornadoes and also a couple of high damaging wind gusts. And then as we get into tomorrow, the storm continues to get worse, like I said, as we already have an enhanced risk for severe weather across central and northern Louisiana, central and western Mississippi, and even parts there southern central Arkansas. Main concern for tomorrow is going to be the potential for a few strong tornadoes, as we already have that hatched area, and the areas that are shaded in that hatched area, which is pretty much the area with the black lines going through it, that indicates a chance of EF2 tornadoes or greater. So that's not looking good for you guys across Monroe, Shreveport, Hattiesburg, even over there towards Jackson, Mississippi, and even down there towards Baton Rouge and Lafayette. The wind threat also going to be very concerning. We could be seeing some widespread damaging winds as high as hurricane force, as the Storm Prediction Center even has a hatched risk for damaging winds, which means there's a chance that winds could gust up to hurricane force or greater. So make sure to be on high alert, as hurricane force winds are also looking likely across central and northern Louisiana, central and western Mississippi, and as well as the southern Arkansas region. And then for large hail, not going to be the biggest concern, but we could still be seeing some widespread hail, so something to really keep an eye on very closely, as all hazards will be in place. So make sure to be on high alert out there, as this storm is more than likely going to contain everything. And even as we get into day 3, as you can see, this storm system will continue to bring some severe weather along the east coast, but thankfully won't be nearly as bad as what we are getting ready to experience tomorrow, which will be for your Tuesday. Let's now go ahead and look at why we are seeing severe weather, and you guys can see that we are going to be seeing a lot of that cape surge on into the southern plains, and that will even continue eastward towards the Lower Ohio Valley in the deep south, bringing the potential for some pretty big severe weather. So this is going to be something to really be keeping an eye on, like I said, as we get into the next couple of days, as this energy could even be stronger than what the NAM model is currently showing right now. But look at those winds, guys. Winds are going to be the next big concern tomorrow. We could be seeing widespread wind gusts of around 40 to 50 miles per hour heading from the eastern Rocky Mountains all the way over there into the east coast. And even where you see those orange colors and those red colors, that could even indicate wind gusts as high as 50 to 60 miles per hour, guys. Even if you don't see severe weather, we could be seeing some pretty strong gusts. You guys really need to be taking this seriously, especially because we are only having a day out, and this is already looking worse than what it should have been. So make sure to be on very high alert, as wind gusts around 50 to 60 miles per hour are looking likely for both the eastern Rocky Mountains and as well as these areas across the Lower Ohio Valley and as well as the deep south. So make sure to be on high alert out there, as even blizzard conditions will be likely. We're talking potentially over a foot of snowfall across the upper Midwest and even parts there of Nebraska, as we'll have a little corridor there in Nebraska, potentially seeing over a foot of snowfall as well. So make sure to not only be on high alert for those high winds, but also for very heavy snowfall if you do live up here in the northern Great Lakes region, northern plains, and as well as the upper Midwest, as blizzard conditions are definitely looking very likely from now on. So make sure to be on high alert out there. And then the last thing we're going to look at is going to be our total rainfall, and as you guys can see, we are going to be tracking some pretty good amounts of rainfall from the system, especially up here across the Midwest, especially Iowa, northern Illinois, and northern Missouri. So even if you don't see severe weather, I am expecting the potential for flash flooding. So make sure to be on high alert if you not only live up here in Iowa, northern Missouri, and northern Illinois, but we could even be seeing some isolated higher totals farther down to the south of around 1 to 2 inches, possibly even some areas getting as much as 4 inches of rain, so make sure to be on high alert, as I do think we will also be seeing the potential for flash flooding. Now, let's talk about some more storms that we could be seeing as we get into the future, and you guys can see that after this storm system passes, we will be tracking another large storm as we get into the end of this week, it looks like, as we could be seeing a little bit of a low develop, bringing a little bit of rain and snowfall to the Ohio Valley, and then after that heads out, we will then be tracking even another storm system rolling on through, which could bring another shot of severe weather from the deep south all the way up there into the southern Great Lakes region, and then maybe even another similar storm like what we're seeing right now, where we see that heavy snowfall potential across the northern plains in upper Midwest with significant severe weather potential on the southern side of the system. So that will be another big one to watch for, especially as we get into the middle of March. So make sure to be on high alert out there, as this is going to be another thing to really keep an eye on very closely. But thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed today's forecast. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, as we are here to keep you all safe and prepared before and after big storms roll on through. And don't forget to turn on all notifications, as we will definitely be live on this channel tomorrow and even on Wednesday, as this is really going to be a pretty big multi-day severe weather event as it happens. So consider doing those things, and I hope you guys all have a great rest of your Monday out there, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Thank you all so much for watching, and goodbye.